Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a new type of video. I got this idea from Rach Loves because I love her channel and I love her videos. Instead of doing a full face of first impressions, she does 5 first impressions, which I think is a great idea because full face of first impression videos take a very long time to film and edit, and then they end up being like a half an hour long, and who has time to watch a half an hour long video? I know I don't, so I'm going to use her idea, so all credit goes to Rach Loves, and do a 5 first impressions video. Today we're going to be trying out a product by CoverGirl, Sephora, Tweezerman, It Cosmetics, and Mally. So if you guys are interested in seeing what the products are and how they wear, then just keep watching. Okay, first off, Tweezerman sent me one of their beauty sponges. I have never tried a Tweezerman beauty sponge. And it looks like this. It is flat on one end and round like a beauty blender all other sides. So we're going to be trying this today. Sephora recently launched a coconut water hydrating face mist. So I'm curious to see how this works as like a setting spray, as a primer, you know, all the things that I would normally use MAC Fix Plus for because I am out of that. We're going to be trying the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Eye Lift in a tube. Yes, please. It says it's a dual-ended full coverage anti-aging concealer and brightener, which I could definitely use. I don't know if you guys can see, I always have these genetic blue bags under my eyes, so I hope that works. CoverGirl recently launched a Get In Line liquid liner. This one is in brown, so we'll use that today. And Mally Beauty sent me their Shimmer, Shape, and Glow Face Defining System. I believe, yeah, here. It has like a highlight, a contour, and a blush, so we'll be trying that today. So let's jump right in. The first thing I'm going to try is this Sephora Coconut Water Hydrating Mist. It says, quench your skin's thirst with this face mist enriched with coconut water extract of natural origin. Its fresh and light texture penetrates rapidly to moisturize the skin and soothe sensation of discomfort. All right, let's try it now as a primer. Let's see what the mister's like. Ooh, it smells good. It smells just like their coconut face wash, which I use when I'm getting ready for bed at night. It's in my Take It All Off video, which should be up by now. Let's try it. Oh, it feels really nice. All right, so far so good. Next, we're going to try this little Tweezerman beauty sponge. I'm going to dampen this and I'll be right back. Okay, you can see it grew much larger. The original was like this large. Now it is this large. It's almost the size of my entire cheek. So we're going to give this a try. I'm going to use a foundation that I know I love, the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. This is in the shade 112 Natural Ivory. I think that I'm going to use the round side to see how well it pounces. Let's go. I feel like it's soaking up a lot of the product, but that just might be because this is so light. It looks like it is. All right, let's do the other side. This sponge is very porous. I don't know if you can see that. You can feel all the little holes in the sponge, so it's definitely more airy than the other beauty sponges I've tried. I've tried the Real Techniques, the Revlon, the Japanesque. The Japanesque is my current favorite beauty sponge. This one, while it's very soft, very squishy, about the same density as a Beauty Blender or an EcoTools sponge once dampened, you can kind of see all the little pores, all the little holes in the sponge. So you can feel that on the face. You can kind of feel the little airy texture of the sponge. But anyway, looking at my face, it looks nice and smooth. It didn't leave any weird lines. Of course, it didn't fill in the areas on the sides of my nose. That would be what the point would be for, so we'll try that in a second. I don't really feel like it soaked up too much. I used about 3 pumps, and that's what I normally use for my entire face. So it looks good. Let me go ahead and fill in the areas around my nose using the tip of this. Okay, so overall I am happy with this sponge. Like I said, you can feel the slightly different texture. Like the Japanesque sponge is more of like a solid bottom. This one feels more, not bubbly, just airy. I can't explain it. You can kind of feel the air in between the material. I mean, it went on beautifully, so no complaints about this one. All right, let's jump over to the Bye Bye Under Eye Eye Lift in a tube next and see how this works. I will use the same sponge. I'll use the tip to see how it works. It says apply a small amount of concealer and gently blend using fingertips or your favorite brush. Apply brightener to areas of your face that you wish to appear lifted. Okay, so this side is the concealer. I don't know how much of this you need. It feels thick. We'll try that first. Oh, it's very thick, wow. You almost have to drag it. Pouncing doesn't really spread it that well. It works better if you drag it a little bit. It's very bright. Okay, so that is the concealer side. Let's try the illuminating side. It looks darker, but we'll try it. On the cheekbones, nose, here, and chin. Okay, it did a nice job of kind of brightening my face. I can still see the blue under my eyes, but like I said, it's genetic and most concealers will not cover it completely. So far I am liking the way it wears. I'm gonna have to powder my face so that this does not crease. I'm already getting some settling into the lines under my eyes, so let me set my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so I popped on a little of the Ruby Kisses Never Touch Up Matte Finish Powder Foundation in the shades Light Beige and Porcelain. These have kind of been my go-to powders lately. They are so cheap and I found them at CVS. So this is what the face looks like. It's looking a little dry, so I'm going to try the Sephora coconut water again and see how this works over foundation. That definitely helped to add the moisture back into my skin. It doesn't look as powdery. It looks a lot more smooth and more uniform. So I'm liking this so far. All right, next let's move on to the Mally Shimmer Shape and Glow System to add a little color and life to my face. Inside the compact looks like this. Inside you have the three colors. You have your blush, your contour, and your highlight. So let's start with the contour. I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild contour brush. Okay, let's see. Okay, I like the way that this contoured. It's a nice cool color. See it right here? Right there. It's a nice cool tone color. I would say it's perfect for fair to light skin, such as myself. All right, moving on. I like to do my highlight and then my blush. So I have this Miss Glam L36 highlight brush that came, I think, in like an Ipsy or BoxyCharm box. This is what the highlight looks like. It looks to be a little bit on the pinky tone. We'll see how it applies. It's a very soft, subtle glow, almost undetectable. This is barely showing up on my skin. Let me try applying it with a beauty blender. Ooh, see, it looks very pink there. It's definitely like a rosy champagne color. Not very intense. I feel like it adds a bit of blush color as opposed to shine. It's not a very intense highlight. It's a very soft highlight, so if that's what you like, then you would probably enjoy this. Now let's try the blush. I have a Wet n Wild blush brush right here. Here's the blush color. It's a nice, like, rosy pink color. The highlight already added a good amount of pink to my cheeks, so you don't need much. So this is what the face products look like. Not super intense. Let me try this spray again and see if we can intensify this highlight. Not really, it's not one of those blingy highlights. So I'm going to hop off, add a little eye makeup before we try the liner, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, eye makeup is done. I forgot to do the liner that I was supposed to be trying, so we'll try it. I do have mascara on, but I think I can still use this over the mascara. So let's try out the CoverGirl Get In Line Liquid Liner in Bold Brown. All right, the claims on this one: get a grip on ultra fine precision, contour grip handle for precise application, long lasting, quick dry formula, removes with soap and water. Excellent. Right, on the tip of the liner is the color. That's helpful. And it's a typical brush tip. Let's try. This should be easy to get into the lash line.
Oh yeah. Even with mascara, it's easy to apply.
Just adds a nice definition to the lash line. Very easy, even after mascara, which was an oversight of mine. I normally do liner first, but I was so excited to try a new mascara, I got a little ahead of myself. That was very easy. Let me give you the summary of my 5 first impressions for today's video. The Tweezerman Beauty Sponge, very nice, very easy to use, very squishy, very comparable to the other beauty sponges that I enjoy, like the Japanesque Beauty Sponge, the, which other ones do I like? I like the EcoTools one. I like that it has the round end on the bottom and the flat part here. If you do want to bake, I use this for highlight application. It worked very well. This tip works very well for concealer, so it's kind of like all-in-one sponge. I really like this. The Sephora Coconut Water Hydrating Mist, I use this as a prep to kind of melt all the powders onto my face. I use this for the shimmer shadow on my eyelids and as an overall setting spray, so it's kind of like an all-in-one spray. Also a good product. The Mally Shape and Glow Face Defining System. I really liked the contour and the blush in this palette, but the highlight, I'm not sure if you can see, guys, it makes the whole top of my face look kind of pink, like I'm wearing extra blush up my cheekbones and up onto my temples. It doesn't look that pink in the pan, it just looks like a champagne color, but for some reason it's reflecting very pink on my skin. So this one I think I would pass on, but these 2 colors are nice. These are good options. This one though, I'm not loving this one. That's just my first impression. I'll probably try to play with it more. The IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, I left in a tube. It was very thick and creamy, but I did not have a problem with it creasing once I set it with a powder. So it's good coverage, it's a nice thick formula. I think that it will do really well to brighten my face. I think it did do a good job to brighten the areas that I wanted brighter. So this is a thumbs up for me for right now. And finally, the CoverGirl, the name's not on the packaging. Okay, And finally, the CoverGirl Get In Line liner. It's a nice kind of felt brush applicator. Easy to use. I like the color. It's nice and opaque. It's not watery. It's not runny. So this is a thumbs up for me. So not bad. I had mostly thumbs up for these 5 products. I hope you guys enjoyed this 5 first impressions video inspired by Rach Loves. If you did enjoy this video, always feel free to give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.